All right, we need to talk about Pat McAfee making some moves that look like they're designed to get under Stephen A. Smith's skin, right? Because if you haven't been following the situation, Pat McAfee is currently in the middle of contract negotiations with ESPN, which comes at a time when the network is still cutting jobs across the company. And those layoffs clearly haven't slowed down yet. I don't know if you've been keeping up with the latest reports, but I'm sure plenty of you heard about Ryan Clark getting fired, along with several other major names. But ESPN is still letting people go left and right, man. And while Pat McAfee is negotiating this new deal with ESPN, he's also making moves that seem to send a very clear message to both ESPN and Stephen A. Smith that he believes he's the big dog over there. Now, people are starting to notice something interesting about Pat McAfee because they've been seeing him around the president. And as you guys can see, here's the picture right here. There's also some video footage making the rounds. Pat McAfee was spotted alongside Donald Trump. So you have to wonder if this is another move from Pat McAfee to let ESPN and Stephen A. Smith know that he's the big dog, because you already know Stephen A. Smith and Donald Trump have exchanged some words.
ESPN commentator Stephen A. Smith, who has talked about running for president, said he would blame you if the Knicks lost the game. How do you respond to that?
I think he's a nice guy, but you need a certain aptitude to run for president. You need a high IQ. I'm not sure that Stephen has that. I don't think he does, actually.
You want to talk about IQ? I could say I put my IQ up against yours any day of the week. I could go one better. I could ask you why you've been running for me the last year since I wanted to talk to you. I could ask you to debate me since you think you that dude, okay? We can go a myriad of ways with all of this, but I'm not gonna let you off the hook because none of that is important. I do appreciate the fact that you called me a nice guy because shh, don't tell anybody. But I actually am a very nice guy. Until you tug at me a little bit. And then after that, I gotta show my other side.
So now you guys can see exactly where I'm going with this, because Pat McAfee clearly wants to be seen alongside the president. And this happened after Donald Trump and Stephen A. Smith had their exchange, right? So remember when Stephen A. Smith was on his podcast and basically started apologizing to Kyrie Irving and Aaron Rodgers because ESPN and Stephen A. Smith were accused of pushing a smear campaign against those guys over the COVID situation, right?
Airwaves, I had to go on the air. I felt compelled to go on the airwaves and apologize to the likes of NBA star Kyrie Irving or an NFL star like Aaron Rodgers. Because of the scrutiny they received, the assist that I provided in aiming that scrutiny or assisting in that scrutiny coming in their direction. Because the face of science was telling us, this is not wise. This is not what's supposed to be happening. And the level of dominion and control that he was having over the lives of American citizens. I'm just going to say it over the airwaves of Sirius XM. It was almost like it gave him a damn hard on. That's right, I said it.
Okay, so I wanted to show you guys this clip because Pat McAfee had Aaron Rodgers on his live show, right? And you already know Aaron Rodgers took the opportunity to call out ESPN and Stephen A. Smith, basically saying there are certain things happening right now and y'all aren't even talking about them. This is your network, by the way. But when it came to talking about me and dragging my name, y'all couldn't stop. So let's take a look at this clip right here, and then I'll come back with some more commentary. Here's the video, and if you guys can hit that thumbs up button, it really helps support the channel. I genuinely appreciate every single one of you for that. Thank you.
No, we can go back to Fauci. Finish where we started.
Okay, on that note, you have a lot of teammates that are vaccinated. That's good heading into the season.
A lot of people had probably fake vac cards back in the day, too.
Not me.
They didn't have a problem with that. I mean, I remember seeing some of the vax cards. I'm like, it was like written in crayon. I'm like, all right, so we're going to pass that off, but we're going to be second-rate citizens over here. I got to wear a yellow armband, train in the back. Can't be around more than 3 people. Oh, you know, you got to wear a mask when you do your interview, and all of us are going to be masked up the entire time back here. We're 20 feet away from you because that's safety first. What a crock of shit we had to go through.
Crazy time. What a time.
Unbelievable. And we survived it.
Yes, we all
We
did.
did. Survived it.
So that's Pat McAfee giving Aaron Rodgers the green light to publicly call out ESPN, the same people cutting his checks, along with Stephen A. Smith. And like I said, Pat is making a very clear statement here, showing everybody, including ESPN and Stephen A., that he sees himself as the top dog over there. He can make his own moves. He can stand alongside the president. The president clearly likes him. The president isn't taking shots at him the way he did Stephen A. Smith, right? And then you have somebody like Aaron Rodgers coming out and basically highlighting the fact that Stephen A. had to apologize for getting things wrong. So obviously, that's not exactly a great look for ESPN, because the fans are noticing it too. They're basically saying, we don't want to hear these apologies, bro. You went on a full-blown hate tour and smear campaign against those guys, and now look at where we are. 6 years later, you suddenly want to apologize? And the fact that Aaron Rodgers is even being given a platform to criticize ESPN while being allowed to go after another major ESPN personality is pretty wild. Man, it really shows you that Pat McAfee isn't afraid to flex his power position at ESPN, and he's making sure Stephen A. and the network understand that. So I want you guys to get down in the comments section and let me know your thoughts on today's video. Don't forget to hit that like button and make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. I'll catch you guys on the next video. We out, guys. Peace.